his implementation and execution of stuff is severely lacking, and I don't think they're thought through.
He's straight, he listens, makes decisions quickly. And I think that's his Achilles heel.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. I believe in you, and this channel is designed to be a part of your daily success routine. Today, we're asking a question. Is Donald Trump a good leader or not? Mark Cuban says no, Robert Kiyosaki says yes, and I want to know, what do you think? Also, if you want to know what Mark Cuban and other successful entrepreneurs have to say about building unstoppable confidence, check out my 254 Confidence series, where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a morning video for free to help you build your confidence. The link to join is in the description below.
I've always been passionate. Some people thought, it's more OCD than anything else. I think his implementations and execution of stuff is severely lacking, and I don't think they're thought through. But I think the bigger overriding, and there's 10 other things I can go through on that list, but I think the bigger overriding problem is in terms of leadership and management and personal issues for him. I don't think he's a leader. I think what people tend to forget now is that now that he's won the election, he's the president, he is also the commander-in-chief. And he's also in charge of the federal government. That's 4 million plus employees. Everything he says, everything he does, when he does the press conference yesterday, he's not only talking to the media, he's not only talking to the people who voted for him, he's talking to 4 million plus employees. He's speaking as the commander-in-chief to the military. And so when you do that, you have to come across as a leader. You have to show leadership qualities. And in order to show leadership qualities, you have to be able to admit a mistake. Right? Because I think one of the reasons that we're seeing leaks and so many problems from the intelligence community and from his staff for non-intelligence issues, if the guy in charge or the woman in charge does not admit or acknowledge mistakes, well, everybody that works for you, they see the mistake, they see the problem, and if the top person isn't accepting the responsibility, where's that responsibility going to fall? On one of them. And so knowing that they're going to get the blame, they're leaking to CYA their own asses, right? And so I think that's a symptom of his lack of leadership problem.
So you said you know President Trump, and it seems like you knew him pretty well. What can you tell us about him?
Well, first of all, he and I wrote 2 books together. I'm the only other person that shared the cover, and we're supposed to write the 3rd book, except I said, hey, it's time to write the 3rd book. He goes, I'm sorry, I'm running for office. I said, good luck. No, he is a fantastic man. You look at the man through his children. His children are magnificent. And they're fantastically, they're polished, smart, savvy, well-disciplined. But in dealing with Donald, he's straight, he listens, he makes decisions quickly. And I think that's his Achilles heel. Because bureaucrats, all they want is to keep their job. They're not here to get the job done. So I feel for my friend Donald. He's a great man. He has the same disease I have, foot and mouth, or tweet and mouth, whatever you want to call it.
Tweet and mouth.
But, and I'm so politically incorrect that that's what he is, and it's unfortunate, Everybody said, well, stop tweeting. It's like, well, it's Donald. And people look at it as what, et tu kufufu or something he tweeted. And at the same time, he went to NATO, and he said to NATO, pay up. You guys are not paying your bills. Then he went to Saudi Arabia and says, let's kick ISIS's butt. That's the kind of leader he is, but the press never covers that. And what people don't cover is that, and I'm not Republican or Democrat, I rather stay neutral. President Obama was a fellow Hawaiian, or maybe he's from Argentina, or where else he could be from. South America. No, he's from Africa, that's right. But anyway, he gave Iran $150 billion. Iran is the biggest exporter of terrorism in the world, next to Qatar. Then he released those Guantanamo guys, and he says, I want you boys, you be good boys now, and you promise not to be terrorists anymore. Oh, yes, President Obama, we promise. And they all run to Qatar, and they were in action that afternoon. You know what I mean? And we're after Trump for firing the FBI director, and we all know the FBI is a little tainted also. The CIA, I know a little bit about the CIA because as a Marine pilot, I was recruited by them to fly drugs. And I don't do drugs, I'm pretty straight. So anyway, Our whole system is suspect right now. It's all these bureaucrats and people with their hands in the pot. And the question I ask all over the world, it's all over the world, why does a politician go into office poor and leave rich? How does that happen? That's corruption. But nobody says anything about that. They get Trump for some goofy thing, you know?
So now I turn the question over to you. Who do you agree with, Mark Cuban or Robert Kiyosaki? Is Donald Trump a good leader or not? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And a reminder, guys, keep it civil. This is Believe Nation. It's okay to disagree with each other. It's okay to have different points of view, but don't get nasty. Don't call each other names. Anybody who's disrespecting this community will be banned from the channel. So let me hear your thoughts in the comments below.
Raise your standard.
Apple, at the core, its core value is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better.
Not one drop of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me.
And if you like this video, check out the one we made on Is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time? I think you'll like it. The link is right there next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
You watch Tom Brady, there's no way he backs down from a challenge.
I hate Tom Brady.
I want to be the best I can be.